on to our next place, west, going west. Wow. Is that available? We're at Land Between the Lakes recreation area in southwestern Kentucky. And Sadie was sick. Are you sick? You just look at your leg. There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to find your own. It's on Rough River Lake. So I'm leaving my camp at Axtell Campground in Kentucky on the Rough River Lake, and I'm heading someplace really exciting in another stop in Kentucky.
Continue on Kentucky 79 South for 1 mile. Turn left, then turn left.
Before I get to my next destination, though, I need to supply up a little bit, pick up a couple groceries. I'm in Powderly, Kentucky. This was about an hour from the campground. I wanted to get here as early as possible because it's going to be another hot day, and I got to leave Sadie behind. So it's like not even 9 o'clock. I'll be right back. It's nice and cool in here. Look it. 74 degrees. Not bad.
There's another area.
Good girl. Hi, Sadie girl. That was super fast, right? It was super fast. I'll make my second cup of coffee while I put away my cold groceries, and then I'll be on my way. It's really convenient to have your whole kitchen with you. What's really convenient is having my bathroom with me. I bought you some chicken. Oh. What doesn't get put away en route just gets stored on my bed. Everything gets stored on my bed during travel days. My Starlink is back there wrapped up in a blanket, and when I get groceries, all the bags go back there. All my little odds and ends and stuff go on my bed. Grocery day is like putting together a jigsaw puzzle. Or what's that game? What's that game? Remember those little square games you used to get sometimes in restaurants where you have to move the squares around to make rows, I think? Oh my gosh, showing my age. But that's what my refrigerator is like. You got to move everything around and find a way to fit everything. It's a small fridge, and I eat a lot of fresh produce. And the kitchen stuff goes in the sink. I've gotten it down. It's not a lot of packing and unpacking. I can literally be packed up and ready to go if I don't have myself all spread out outside. I can be gone in 5 minutes, which is really convenient and really helpful for safety as well. But not when I'm spread out. When I have solar panels and everything out, it takes a little bit longer, not a lot. I can still be packed up pretty quick. But worst case scenario, if it ever comes down to safety, I would just leave without that stuff.
I know. What do I do with my keys? I don't know where my keys are. I don't know where my keys are. I don't know where my keys are. I picked them up, and I don't know what I did with them. Fuck. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at myself because I set my keys somewhere, and I don't know where. I found them. Let's turn on the air conditioning. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, but you almost made me spill my hot coffee. Okay, let's go get gas in the gas can for the generator.
I always feel like I'm stealing gas when I do this. Anyone else? I don't know, like I'm like siphoning it off of like what I'm putting in my tank. I don't know. It's this weird feeling. Does anybody else ever get that? It's nice to see gas prices coming down from the post-pandemic highs that we saw. And here's something really interesting. I hear from my viewers all the time and from my own experience traveling internationally, including Mexico, we pay some of the lowest gas prices in the world. And I'm really grateful to see prices going down for my 52-gallon tank. Full 8 miles to the gallon. But good news, prices are coming down.
We're at Land of the Lakes. No, not Land of the Lakes. Land Between the Lakes recreation area in southwestern Kentucky. And I looked at it on the map last night, and there's campgrounds, there's boondocking. Just pulled into Canal Campground. There's a couple roads that go down into this land between two lakes. It feels very resort-like. Okay, so I don't know how much of that you heard because I ran out of space on my phone. And it stopped recording. But he's letting me just drive through and look. And he said there are sites available tonight, but not many. I think I'm just going to go ahead and reserve a site and then go ahead. Wow. Is that available? You can smell the lake, the fresh water. It's really nice. Pretty campground. A lot of loops. So I'm looking for 37.
I pulled over for a second to pull up recreation.gov to see what was available, so now I'm looking for those sites.
Boo. Boo, boo, boo. I probably should look at a map.
Land Between the Lakes National Recreation Area, run by Corps of Engineers. From what I can see, this is a Corps of Engineers campground. Some are, some aren't. Kind of weird. But it's 170,000 acres, and it's between Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley in western Kentucky and also parts of Tennessee. It has forests, open lands, and streams.
Ah, darn it. Sites 1 through 20. I needed 30.
And yes, in addition to established campgrounds and established primitive campgrounds, you're supposed to be able to boondock out here. That's what I was really excited about.
29 is available, which is up here. Right there. Nah, too close together. Alright. So the other option is it's gonna be hot until like 1 o'clock, and then it's supposed to rain and cool off, and I am supposed to be able to run my air conditioning on that new generator, which I've never tried, and I'm kind of tempted to do that, but I don't know. Sadie's hot. So anyway, we're gonna keep going. Canal campground that was, but there's several more, so we'll keep going, see what we can find. I never take the first one. Gotta keep looking, keep exploring. Keep exploring? Yeah, you like to explore. Yes. iOverlander shows a lot of primitive boondocking spots out here. You'd have to pay though. I think it's $10 for 3-night permit. Oh, shoot, where am I? Oh, okay. And some of them are on the water, but a lot of them say wouldn't go there without a 4-wheel drive if it rains. So, and a lot of them say you need 4-wheel drive, high clearance anyway, even to get to some of them. Wow, that's Lake 1, I guess, and the other lake, I guess. Wow. Welcome Station, Kentucky Lake Scenic Drive. All right. Let me get my bearings.
Alright, so I turned off the main road onto this side road. We're gonna see if we can find some boondocking, even though it doesn't really look like it's gonna rain. I'm just gonna explore. If I find something that screams out to me, stay, 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 then I will. Other than that, we're exploring.
Backcountry area, basic campsite, senior access pass. Please camp in designated sites only. Select your campsite. Complete registration. Senior or access pass. Senior and access pass is available at the visitor center. Is an access pass a national park pass? I don't think it is. I think I made that mistake before. Oh my God, are these are campsites?
Yeah.
Of course there's somebody down here. Of course there is. Oh, okay, there are multiple campsites. Wow. Okay, so these are just primitive dispersed sites. Not interested. It looks like people are living here, which is interesting, but maybe they're allowed to spend the whole summer.
I'm exploring another road. So far, I'm not really seeing boondocking. That primitive campground, that's not boondocking. That's staying in a campground with other people without any amenities. Ooh, oh, that looks interesting. Way out, no shade at all. All right, I'll keep looking.
all excited about? What are you all excited about? Look at how beautiful you are. What you excited about? You want to go swimming? It's Friday, the weekend after Labor Day, which used to be really quiet. It is really busy out here. Just everything is busy these days. Wow. Want to get out?
I could stay here, but there are people all around, including a big group kind of behind me. And I don't know if it's free. I think I'd have to get a permit. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. So, quick lunch spot. Let Sadie get out and exercise. It is hot. Okay, I made a reservation at Eureka Campground. I haven't been there yet, but I'm kind of freaking out that I am not going to be able to get into a campground tonight if I wait. So now I have I can relax. I have a reservation, minimum of 2 nights, so I went ahead and booked 2 nights. I wouldn't mind staying plugged in for a couple nights.
Are you wet, dog? Are you wet, dog? You look like a wet dog. You're a pretty wet dog.
When she was a puppy, this was the hardest thing to break her of. She knew she could just stand on the edge of the bed and see what was on the stove, and if it was delicious, she'd lick a pan or steal something, and it was really hard habit to break. Look at her. Now she knows there's chicken.
Are those yours? That's not yours. That's not for you.
I made her some chicken, but she's not going to steal it. She's such a good girl.
You just ate.
Another really long day on the road. So I ate dinner, and I'm just going to relax and watch some TV and eat some popcorn. I'm teaching Sadie some very bad habits.
Oh, no.
We share the popcorn.
Oh, no.
But I'm trying to break her of that habit of pawing me. So when she stops doing it, I'll give her some.
That. Look at that. You beautiful thing. Thank you. Thank you. Less plentiful than I expected.
A perk of being plugged in is I can be lazy and make my Orville Redenbacher all-natural microwave popcorn. I usually make popcorn on the stove in a pan, but I bought this actually over the summer because I was plugged in at my mom's, and it's quite good.
Well, I'm a hunter. I love hunting deer. I do it all the bloody time. Well, I literally have been outdoors since before I can remember.
We'll play later when it gets warm. She's like, aren't you going to throw a stick? something in the woods? I heard it. Get it. You gonna talk to me? You gonna tell me what it is? I heard it.
About a lot of things as a full-time RVer, and today I'm going to share with you the top 7 things that I obsess about as a full-time traveler. And if you're a full-time RVer or van lifer, you might recognize some of these. And just a word of warning to those who are thinking about hitting the road.
So my kitchen counters and sink are still a work in progress. I tried to get some stuff done in New York, but honestly, with the humidity, you'll see my faucet. I'm not good at spray painting, but with the humidity, it's all peeling off. So I'm waiting until I'm situated in drier climate to get back to it.
Okay, so I'm back on the road tomorrow. Boy, it was beautiful. It's been beautiful. It's probably like 3 o'clock. Beautiful day. I got a lot of work done and a lot of filming done. And it's like 76 degrees, but it just feels so much better than yesterday. So I've been really struggling with food again lately. Just not eating well at all. I eat my protein shake in the morning and then I eat junk the rest of the day. So I'm gonna make some curry today. So I have everything all in one big dish. I'm gonna have, it'll have protein, all the veggies. I bought some rice packs. I avoid these usually because I'm like, it's so easy to make rice, but then I don't, and then I make a bunch and I put some in the freezer in little dishes and then I take them out and then it goes bad. I'm just going to do this. Sometimes you just got to do convenience. So, curry, I'm doing onion, garlic, jalapeno. This red pepper is going bad, so I'm going to throw that in. Ginger. And I bought some tomatoes at that Amish, oh yeah, you went with me, at that Amish store. And they're going bad. This one's been sliced already. So I'm going to put those in it. I'm just going to I'm going to stock it full of healthy veggies. Sweet potatoes. Lentil. I'm going to put red lentils in it. Because lentils are super easy to cook. And what else? Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to put tofu in for extra protein. Because I do have lots of tofu in there. The last time I made something halfway decent. So have you ever seen, all you vegans out there, have you seen that chickpea tofu? It's really good. I put it in the air fryer. I cut it up like French fries and put it in the air fryer. And it was actually pretty good. Golf carts around here. And then and then I cut it up smaller, and I mixed it with some of those tomatoes I bought at the Amish place. Tomatoes, what else did I put in there? Cucumbers, because I bought a bunch of cucumbers, I think. And I made a little salad out of it with a little bit of olive oil, and did I use rice wine vinegar? I think rice wine vinegar, and a bunch of seasoning. And I ate that for a couple of days, but that wasn't a complete meal either. I don't know what is going on with me lately, but you know, I'm starting to get my grandma's shape all around the middle. And also the weather, it's been hard for me to exercise. I just have no desire. The humidity just zaps every ounce of energy and motivation out of me, even in the morning. It's cool, but it's been 96% humidity, and it's just gross. And Sadie was sick, so I haven't shared this with you guys yet because I wanted to wait, make sure she was okay, and I wanted to know what was wrong with her before I shared it. I shared it in real time with patrons. Actually, I didn't share it with them until she was getting better. But she got really sick, really lethargic, lame. She couldn't walk. She had a fever of 105, which for dogs normal is 102, but still it was 104.8 by the time I took her to the emergency vet, or urgent care. We woke up and she was just not herself. She was completely lethargic, and yeah, it was not good. So I got her an urgent care appointment at 2 o'clock that day. Took her in, ran all the tests, couldn't find anything wrong with her. Sent her home with aspirin and pain reliever and doggy anti-inflammatory, because you know you can't give them ibuprofen. But sent her home with that. She slowly seemed to get better. The fever went away, and then a couple days later, she was back to just being really sick. Her leg completely swelled up, and I don't know if I mentioned, so I'm doing two things at once. So the first vet, we ran all the blood work. We did x-rays, the whole 9 yards. Couldn't find anything wrong. They thought it was Lyme disease, because in the Northeast, of course, Lyme disease, right? Everything is Lyme disease. But the Lyme disease test came out negative. All the blood work came out positive. The one thing we did do also, I said, let's go ahead and run valley fever. I took her off the valley fever medicine. She was on it a year. We've been in New York since she's been off it. I didn't think it could have been valley fever, but I was like, let's go ahead and see where she's at. But that takes 5 to 7 days. So sent her home with all the pain relievers. So by Sunday, 2 days later, I thought she was dying. It was a mess. Took her to emergency room, puppy emergency hospital. Luckily, there was one pretty close. Same thing. She thought it was Lyme disease. But I was like, we did Lyme disease. And she said, well, did they do the full panel of all of the tick-borne illnesses? And I'm like, I'm not sure. So she went ahead and ran the whole panel of Lyme disease and tick-borne illnesses. Negative. But she put her blood under the microscope, and her white blood cells showed bacteria, which she thought was a sign of some kind of tick-borne illness, even though maybe she didn't have enough antibodies. So she sent me home with antibiotics, and then she got better. Huh. Now I'm rethinking everything I know. And she got better within a day. She was starting to, the swelling in her leg was going down. I mean, her whole leg. It started at the top, and throughout the day, I saw it go all the way down to her paw. It literally, and I thought she was bleeding to death internally, like Capone did. So, the antibiotics seemed to help. She slowly got better. I mean, I had to pick her up to go outside. She would not walk. And when she did walk, the one leg she was lame on for a long time, like a week maybe. And so she started getting better. I made a follow-up with her original vet because this was just an emergency hospital. And she was better, I think that Thursday. I took her for a follow-up to that vet, so a week after all of this started happening, and she was better. And the vet was like, okay, let's just keep her on antibiotics then. And if the antibiotics, since we don't have any answers, since blood work isn't showing us anything, x-rays aren't showing us anything. I mean, they did her lungs, they did her abdomen, they did her arm because she was having pain in her arm. And she's like, if we'll keep her on antibiotics for a month and we'll take her off. And hopefully it's just a virus and that'll clear it up. But if she gets sick again after the antibiotics, then we have to start talking about the possibility of cancer. Both vets said that. Of course, I'm freaking out. About an hour after we got home from the vet, we got the valley fever test, and she is still testing positive. Her levels are low, like 1.1 to 3, which is low, which is weird because the symptoms she had is disseminated, the symptoms she had are indicative of disseminated valley fever. I find it, which means that it went out of her lungs and started affecting the rest of her body, and it can cause death. But I thought, how can it be disseminated? She's been on medication. She was on medication. And her titers are still pretty low, that it seems just strange to me that the symptoms were from valley fever. But once we figured out it was valley fever, put her on fluconazole again. She's still suggested to keep her on antibiotics for a month, but I ran the 8-day course, the original 8-day course of antibiotics, and I thought, rather than inundate her with a ton of meds, why don't I take her off the antibiotics since we're leaning now towards valley fever? Why don't I take her off and see how she does? And if she starts getting sick again, I'll put her back on the antibiotics. So it's been a couple weeks now, and she's getting better every single day. Apparently it was the valley fever. So, yeah. So it was, I'm looking forward. The vets in New York don't know anything about valley fever, because they know Lyme disease, right? Whereas my vet in Vegas may not be that familiar with Lyme. Here, everything is Lyme. So I'm looking forward to getting back to Nevada. We'll take her to the vet. We'll get a follow-up, see what that vet says. And we'll go from there. Feeling better? Are you back to your old self? Are you Sadie girl? Are you the best dog ever? Are you tired because we went for a long walk? So yeah, that's Sadie, but she's definitely feeling better. She's back to herself again, giving her the fluconazole twice a day, and I am going to urge everyone who spends time in the Southwest, if you have a dog, take your dog in to get them tested every year. So she's going to have to start getting tested every year. She's going to have to be on the fluconazole for indefinitely, is what I'm thinking. So part of the reason I'm not thrilled about the fluconazole is because it's hard on her liver. But we just did all her blood work. Her liver enzymes are fine. So we're just going to have to keep her on the fluconazole. So I'm telling you, this little girl has been through some things. That's the price of freedom, I guess.
I mean, what's the alternative? Keep her chained up all the time, not let her out of the RV, not let her live her best doggy life. Right now, everything is manageable. So every vet that I have taken her to about the valley fever, and she's been to several in the Southwest, I said, should I just make her not, should I restrain her? Should I just not let her dig anymore? They were like, you know what, just let her be a dog. it's manageable and she's healthy as long as we keep an eye on it, and that's what we're gonna do. A lot of curry calls for canned tomatoes, but I'm not usually a big fan. It makes it a little too tomato-y, but I'm thinking these fresh tomatoes are going to be really, really good. So yeah, anyway, I think I was saying that I haven't been getting enough exercise. So for a week, that was part of it. Sadie, well, more than a week. It took her a while to get back to normal, but definitely wasn't getting out when she wasn't feeling well. And even before that, she doesn't like the heat either, and the humidity. It's hard on both of us. You know, even if we go out first thing in the morning, like I said, it's still humid. And she goes and runs like she always done, and then she's done. So it'll be nice to have some curry, though. Something delicious. Nutritious. You're okay. You're okay. Hi. How you doing? You look pretty cozy. I gotta get something. What's the matter? Did I disturb you? You look like a very big dog right now. You look like a very big dog. Red lentils, because they cook super fast, and then it can kind of be like a stew-like consistency. It thickens it up a little bit too, I think. So, smells good already. Oh, that's good. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's very good. I taste the ginger and the jalapeno. Just gonna let the sweet potatoes cook a little bit before I add the lentils, I think. Yeah, a little bit. I think I'll let it cook for like 5 minutes before I add the lentils. Oh, and I have cauliflower. Oh, and I was gonna add tofu. Extra protein in the tofu. I'll throw that in later, I think. Maybe I'll throw it in now, so it absorbs the flavor of the broth. You know, they say you're supposed to press your tofu. I never do. Sometimes I'll cut it in slices and let it drain for a little while, but I didn't even do that today. Actually, you know what? My soup can use a little more moisture, so... You know what? I'm going to crumble it. We'll crumble it. Some of it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that looks good. This is so easy. I already microwaved the rice, so it's nice and hot. Look at that. Oh, it smells so good in here. The thing about cooking curry, though, literally, my RV smells like curry for weeks. It lingers. I smell like an Indian restaurant, and that's quite alright. I could have thrown the spinach in the pot of curry. I usually do, but I'm just going to throw it on top because you don't really need to cook it. Just wilt it. Yum. And that way it'll taste fresher than if I throw it in. Oh, this looks so good. I'm going to eat outside. I have a picnic table. Why not? And it's gorgeous out. That's actually really good. It'll be even better tomorrow. What is that knocking, Sadie girl? So when I checked in, they, the host said dogs have to be on a leash, but if they're if it's a well-behaved dog in your campsite, I won't say anything when I go by if she's not on her leash. That turned out really, really good. Look at you. You are such a good girl. Just sticking by me. Not going anywhere. There are woods over to my left that there's critters in there that just drive her nuts. This boat ramp is just about a 10-minute walk from my camp on Barkley Lake. Great place to walk after dinner, let Sadie cool off, get a little more exercise. There hasn't been anybody over here, one truck and trailer. Every time I come over here, it's been really quiet, so Sadie gets to have a little freedom, get some exercise. So this campground sits on Lake Barkley, which is a 58,000 acre reservoir that spans multiple counties in Kentucky and even parts of Tennessee. It was impounded by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in 1966 upon completion of the Barkley Dam, which I believe we're going to drive over tomorrow. Or did we already drive over it? I don't remember. Wanna get it? So it's my last morning here. It's been a nice stay. Really quiet. This was a really smart choice.
for a campground away from all of the recreation area of the land between the lakes. Tiny campground. I can't remember how many campsites it has. Not many. But it's been mostly quiet. You know, my neighbors are right there because of the way I had to pull into when I came in. She said, "This is our wonky campsite," and it is. It's got a big hill. They call it a pull through, but you can't really pull through, and I could only pull in, which means I had to face my neighbors. And they argued a little bit yesterday. And there's a whole bunch of big fifth wheels, and they're all lit up at night. But, you know, it's fine. I mean, it's a little annoying when I'm laying in bed and I open my curtains and I see light pollution, but it's okay. That's okay. Let me sit down a minute. What you doing, troublemaker? But moving on this morning. I got so much done yesterday. Oh my gosh, I had so much energy. The weather was beautiful yesterday, so I cooked and worked, and I got a bunch of work done, and good day. Cleaned. I mean, I did everything. I did everything yesterday. You know, I've been traveling every day, so I had to get caught up on everything. And let me see. There was something else I wanted to tell you. Hold on. Let me think about it. What was it? What was it? Oh, I know. I'm wondering if it's still busy because a lot of people took a full week for Labor Day. I would love to come back here in the fall and explore some of the boondocking options in land between the lakes. I was really surprised how busy it was. Although it is a weekend, it's still really nice out. In fact, it's probably, well, it was hot for the first day, but I'm definitely going to come back here. I'm going to come back this route in the fall and explore a little bit more. I haven't really been through here. I'm always trying to find new ways to travel cross country because I've been doing it so much now. And I don't think I've ever been through this part of Kentucky. And next is Missouri. I have been to the Ozarks and Branson. I'm heading that way. I was looking for boondocking. I'm not really seeing much. I thought there would be tons of boondocking in the Ozarks, but there isn't. And things are going to heat up again, so I'm probably just going to fly through Missouri and Kansas. I have a couple Corps of Engineers sites scouted for tonight, just about 3 hours away, so I'm taking my time this morning. And then Kansas and then Colorado, and I'm hoping to find some places to maybe spend a few days in Colorado. But, you know, my goal really is just to mosey west quickly. But Colorado should be good. Once I get past Kansas, the humidity should be better, so even if it is a little warmer, maybe it'll be more bearable. But I love this beautiful day use area. I've been coming here, I guess, every morning that I've been here, and there's never anybody down here, and Sadie gets to run around and not bother anybody, and it's nice and quiet.
Poor guy. He didn't stand a chance with all of our giant RVs rolling through. All right, I'm all packed up and getting ready to move on. I hope you enjoyed this leg of my road trip. Don't worry, the adventure always seems to find me, including this. And yes, I just went into an abandoned building with a strange man. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on the next adventure. Yeah,
that was pretty interesting and a lot of fun and a huge surprise. So I'll see you next week. If you want more content, including behind the scenes, bloopers, outtakes, real time, go ahead and join Patreon. You can now join for free, and I'll put a link in the video description that's either below or over on one of these sides. So thanks a lot. I'll see you next week. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. I'll see you soon.